Watch and burn.
Hey everybody. So tonight I want to discuss Hole's debut. Oh wait, no, this isn't their debut album, is it? No, I think Pretty on the Inside was the name of their first record. I'm not sure about that now, but I shouldn't have said this was their debut album. It's definitely not. This is the album that put them on the map, and that is 1994's Live Through This. There is so much to be said, socially speaking, regarding just the release, the timing of this record. Because for anybody that doesn't know, this record was released the following record release day that Cobain had killed himself. The whatever the record store day was prior to that. After that. That's when this was released. And I don't think Cobain had been dead for a full 7 days yet. Now, of course, that is going back a bunch of years. I was in grade 9 when this dropped. So if I'm getting these dates wrong, I apologize. But it's about right. He died, the Tuesday, and then this was released on the following Tuesday. And the second Cobain died, now whether or not it was honestly suicide, we'll never know. But there's a lot of speculation regarding Courtney's involvement. And then this record came out, and the record was entitled Live Through This. Now, that is as meaningless or as meaningful as anything. You can live through a lot of things. You can live through good things. You can live through bad things. But it just struck us as being very odd that the name of the record was Live Through This, and it was released like a week pretty much to the day after her love's husband committed suicide. So that always struck us as being a little odd. And then with all of the weird shit that would come out later on regarding Courtney's possible involvement in Cobain's death, with the El Duce connection and everything, and then El Duce ended up being killed. I don't know, it was really weird. But the one thing that I can say for sure is that this record is amazing. And for me, in a lot of ways, this record is aged better than pretty much anything Nirvana did. Like, I think the only record that, as far as the production and the sound-wise, that kind of, like, can hold a candle from Nirvana would be Nevermind. I mean, In Utero was still sort of scratchy sounding and a little noisy, I guess. And as far as, like, Bleach and Incesticide were concerned, Incesticide was a B-side collection, and Bleach was just a fucking mess. So for me, this is the record that I listen to more than anything else from the grunge era. I mean, I don't think it's fair to call these things grunge. Grunge is just punk. The media grabbed a hold and used this word grunge and started associating plaid shirts and getting all of us to wear ripped jeans. And to all the bands, that was just mid-paced punk rock. But this is the record that I listen to. I listen to this record way more than I do anything from Nirvana. And it's like, I mean, Violet's on here, Miss World's on here, Doll Parts is on here, Softer Softest is on here. I mean, She Walks on Me is amazing. It ramps up the speed of the album, so it's such like an epic fashion, because these bands weren't really known for getting too fast, and that's why I loved She Walks on Me, because it gets a little faster, and that's not something Hole is really known for. But I always find myself listening to this. I listen to Violet and Doll Parts and Softer Softest way more than I ever put on, Radio-Friendly Unit Shifter or In Bloom or some shit from Nirvana. As of 2023, I pretty much never listen to Nirvana. The only two songs from them that I will always love are Milk It and Tourette's. I mean, Smells Like Teen Spirit will always have a special place in my heart. I'll never forget where I was when I heard that for the first time. But I prefer this record as sort of my grunge touchstone album, I guess, because Nirvana, they just haven't aged all that well for me. And I used to love Cobain, like everybody else. I was so into him, and I remember I went to 2 candlelight vigils after his death. There was one in Pickering and there was one in Oshawa. And then there were all those copycat suicides too. So, I mean, what happened to Cobain was tragic, and Nirvana were and are a great band, but just not for me so much anymore. I find this record trumps anything they did. And I know that's probably not going to be very popular, but I gotta be honest. I never listen to Nirvana, but I listen to this all the time. And that's where I'm going to leave it. on that unpopular opinion that I prefer this record over anything Nirvana did. So thank you so much for hanging out with me for just about 5 minutes while I discussed Hole's, I believe, second full-length album, definitely not their debut, and that is Live Through This. Like always, if you liked this review or you made it through this review, don't forget to do something nice for somebody. But please, most importantly, don't forget that the world is actually a better place because you are in it. I'm gonna go. Have a good night.